Hey home gamers, what's going on? Tonight from Home Chef we'll be making the mushroom pot pie with market vegetables and miso gravy. As always, we're going to go through what came in the package from Home Chef as well as the utensils you need to prep and cook the meal. Once that's complete, we're going to go through a step-by-step process of prepping and cooking the meal. That said, let's get started. Here comes the rundown of the ingredient list. We have 2 puff pastry dough squares. You want to keep these in the fridge until they're ready to be used. So nice and cold. You have 10 ounces of button mushrooms. It's in here, you can't really switch them. We have 6 ounces of carrots. We have 5 ounces of fingerling potatoes. We have 1 yellow onion. We have 1 garlic clove. We have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. We have 4 teaspoons of veggie base. We have 1 tablespoon of miso paste. And finally, we have 2 ounces of peas. You'll need a few things to prep and cook the meal. You'll need a baking sheet. You'll need a medium to large size pan. You need some aluminum foil. You need a knife. You need also 1 spoon. You'll need a peeler. You need some extra virgin olive oil. You need, as always, salt. Some pepper. Cooking spray. You need about 6 containers to cut everything up. You need a mixing bowl. You'll need 2 bowls that are oven safe for the actual pot pie. Oops. If you have casserole bowls, you can use those. I don't have 2 of the same size, so I'm using these. This is Pyrex and it's oven safe. Just remember it's going to be very hot, so use gloves taking it out of the oven. Also need a measuring cup. And for the zesting or the mincing of the garlic, 1 zester is optional. Alright, first things first, we're going to set the oven at 375 and we're going to wash and clean the produce. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to quart the mushrooms. We're then going to cut the potatoes into circular quarter rounds. We're going to mince the garlic. We're going to peel and cut the carrots into half dices. We're going to, I already peeled the oven, but then we're going to cut it to half and then we're going to cut it again in half in small little pieces. After that, we're going to mix the cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water in a small mixing bowl. So that's what we're doing. Now we're going to make the cornstarch mix very simply. We pour the cornstarch into a bowl. This will be the 6th bowl, if I'm correct. There we go. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water. 1, 2. Get your spoon, mix. You get all of it. Just keep on mixing. It will dissolve. There we go. Let it put it on the side. Let it rest for a bit while we cook the mushrooms in the filling. Right now the pan should be hot. You want to let it get warm up for about a minute or two. Add some oil, about 2 tablespoons give or take. Mix it around. Nice and coated, beautiful. Add the mushrooms. I'm going to cook these for about 4 to 6 minutes. Then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a pinch of pepper. So we'll check back momentarily. Right, 2 minutes in, doing pretty nice. If you're turning brown, they're cooking nicely. We have another 3 to 4 minutes. Just gonna flip it a little bit, and we'll check back in about 2 more minutes. We've got about a minute left. Oops. Looking pretty good. Browning nicely. Next up, we're going to be putting in the filler. Before that, we're going to put some salt and pepper. Get the salt and pepper in there. Mix that around. And about a minute. Now we're going to add the rest of the filling. Salt and pepper's in there. So now we're going to add the carrots. The potatoes. Oops. There we go. The onion. Garlic. So you want to come out. There we go. And what else? We got the veggie base and the meat sauce. So the meat sauce, we're going to put a small bit. The sticky substance. And we're going to 1 and 2. We're going to cook this for about 2 minutes or so. Mix everything together. All nice and happy. Alright, we're just about ready to go to the next step. You want to get your cornstarch mixture. So this. You want to mix it a little bit again because you'll see it, you'll feel that it's a little gummy because it's settled. Just mix it a little bit. pour it in. You're also going to add 1 3/4 cup of water. And cook for 2 to 3 more minutes. For the puff pastry, here's what you do. You want to remove it from the paper first, and then we're going to make, you want to get a long knife, and you want to use the butt of the knife and just press it down. Slightly press it, nothing, doesn't have to be too hard. It will stick a little bit. You just do this and hold the sides of the knife so you don't hurt yourself. Just push it down, bing, bang, boom. They don't give you a lot of pastry, so it's going to look a little weird because my bowl's a little bit bigger, but it is what it is. Right? Then you go again on the opposite way to make a crisscross pattern. And there you go. Alright, you also now have to make a hole in the middle so the air can escape. You can use whatever type of device you want to use. Doesn't have to be perfect, unless you want it to be. Just use a spoon, make a little circular incision, and pop it right out. Should come out pretty easily if you do it correctly. There you go. And then over here, do another one. You can do one. You can do one as a circle, one as a square. Doesn't matter. Pop it out. There you go. All right, we're now going to fill the bowls with the filling, and then put it into the oven for about 26 minutes, I believe. I found actually 2 large mugs, so I'm going to try to use these instead, so the puff pastry actually fits on top of it. Let's see how we turn out. Probably have a little bit extra, but we'll see. Fitting in nicely. Smells great. I did add a little extra salt and pepper before I transferred, so that might be something you want to consider. I tasted the filling and it seemed like it needed it, so FYI. And these fit perfectly. Perfecto. So a little more sauce. Get everything out. Here we go. It's back. Gotta get our peas. You guys can see that. Good. Peas. You want to rinse the peas as always. Go. Some peas there. Some peas there. More peas. Go. So you get the puff pastry. Here's one. Sorry about that. Let me zoom out. Let's get our baking sheet. It says to use aluminum foil, but I don't really think we need that, I'll be honest with you. So I'm skipping that. This is going in the oven to about 15 to 20 minutes, so I was wrong, 15 to 20 minutes. Alright guys, so here we go. We have 2 mushroom pot pies with market veggies and miso gravy inside. They took about 23 minutes. Nice golden brown. I'm going to have one and stay tuned for the review. Hey guys, what's going on? So here's a review of the meal. I thought it was pretty tasty. I think if it had like chicken or beef or like turkey inside of it, it would make it even better. Even maybe a little cheese, you know, play around with the recipe a little bit. It was quite tasty. It was filling. I think it came out wonderful. Not to toot my own horn, but it could get better. It was a little bland, so maybe a little bit more salt and pepper, or you know, some other ingredient to give it a little more kick. But you know, it basically, you know, tasted what I expected. It was very mushroomy, and you had hints of the veggies. I feel if it had, you know, maybe some like again cheese or some sort of meat, it would taste even better. For you vegetarians, obviously it can't be meat, but maybe tofu or whatever else you guys eat. But there is room for improvement. But I would make it again, but I would make it with a meat, and probably chicken or turkey, possibly even beef. You know, play around with that, and then some spices maybe to give it a little more taste. You know, if it had a kick to it, that would help a lot too. But overall, it was a decent meal, but it needs to be played around with to get, you know, a really good, fulfilling taste. But it was a little bland, like I said. But it was room for improvement. I guess I'd say that. All right, take it easy.